Well, I will talk in shortly about the educational process, and tomorrow we have a more detailed presentation for the law of education in Albania. Also, it will be present here the principal of the high school. So these questions that you have already asked for Macedonia, tomorrow they will be answered in more details. So I will talk in short with the education about the educational process and the present condition. The biggest vision of municipality Kenes is very strong educational system and educated population. It is invested in maximum in the school, in the primary and the secondary, and the education is a necessity and aim of all young people in the municipality. The condition in the educational system, the socialization and the educational process starts at the earliest age. In all villages of our municipality, there is a kindergarten. We have around 9 kindergartens with around 70 children. Primary education. The education in the primary school, it is conducted bilingually because, as we already said, the municipality is populated with the Macedonian population. So, by the decision of the Republic of Albania, by decision of the government of the Republic of Albania, from 1994, the minorities that live in the Republic of Albania have right of education for 60% of the education at the primary schools. So by this decision of the government of Albania, so we as a minority in Albania, by the law it is allowed 60% of the education at the primary schools to be conducted at mother tongue on Macedonian language. So we have difficulties with the textbooks because the textbooks about all the subjects like history or geography and these textbooks should be written in Macedonian. First, the curriculum is done by the Ministry of the Education of the Republic of Albania, and based on that program are printed the textbooks. But here we have some difficulties because we have a lack of textbooks of these subjects, and every year we have the same problem. And this year there is an announcement that it will be made some changes in the law, but that is said every year. So the explanation is that the number of children is very small, so it is expensive those textbooks to be printed, published, and printed, which still does not hold water because we as a municipality have offered to find our own solution. So as I said, 60% of the education is done on Macedonian language and 40% on Albanian language. Also in the municipality of Likenas, there is a school till the 4th grade and 2 schools till 9th grade in Dolna Gorica and in Likenas. Also we have over 30 employees in the education and the number of the students is around 300. The schools are positioned in many villages, and the primary schools are in Likenas and in Dolna Gorica. In the whole municipality there is one secondary school, high school, that is situated in the village of Likenas, where there is 52 students at this secondary school. And 15 years ago at this school there were around 400 students. In the last years we have big migrations, the migrations from the villages to the cities. Also from the municipality people are usually migrating to the town of Korcha, and also in the towns of the border town, in the towns at the border, like the towns that are close also in Greece and also to other countries in the European Union. As the people migrate, at the same time we have the low number of students at the schools. And that is the problem that we are coping with now. And priority to our municipality is building the students' home which we are planning to build in Likenas, because the whole municipality from the beginning to the end it has 42 kilometers, and also the villages are also positioned at this territory, and because the secondary school is at the center of the municipality, and we have the necessity of building a students' home, which will organize the children that will stay from the other villages. And because we have some of the children who has finished their secondary schools, now they are students at the universities in Korcha, and also they can stay there because there are students' homes. According to the law of development and to the local self-government, we have still not entered into the second phase of the decentralization, and authorities of the municipality are still not delegated. Although the local self-government, according to the European Union, the regulations of education should take all the responsibilities for the educational system, and we are hoping that this project with our partners will facilitate our way in the decentralization. So in this stage, I can say that in this phase, the responsibility of the municipality is to take care about the school. The municipality has a budget that uses to take care of the school buildings, about school instruments that are needed for the schools. But as we have been talking previously, like in Macedonia, the principals of the school still are dependent on the Ministry of Education, or that is the direction or the agency for regulations of education that is situated in the town Kurcha, and this agency makes those changes for the professional teachers. So we are hoping that in the future, when we'll be closer to the European Union, it will be a reality in our municipality. That is in short. So if you have any questions, we can discuss on it. So if you have any questions about the classes, about the subjects, we'll discuss tomorrow, because the principal will be present of the school, so he knows very well about these issues. And also we will have analysis of the law tomorrow. And because we enter into the domain of the rural areas, there is a special law about these rural areas, and the classes by the law should be around 12 children. So there can be, but in Albania everywhere it's a problem in the rural areas, because as we have already said, the migration from the villages to, so we have classes with 3 or 5 children, 6 children. Also as a minority we have a convention that is signed also by Albania, so this is an advantage for us, but it's not respected by the state, because as a minority the state is responsible to give more attention to the education, especially when there is a problem, with the number of children. So we are trying to cope in a way to manage. Well, when you have so small classes with 3 or 5 children, are there mixed classes, like for example first and third grade, or there are separate classes? Yes, there are separate classes. Yes, we have only one teacher. And is the education free? Yes, it is. Yes, the education is free, and the children pay only for the textbook. Well, what's the number of the illiterate students and illiterate population? Well, we do not have any illiterate population at all. We can compare to the other Albanian municipalities, because we have a very big interest for the education, especially for the secondary education. Almost 100% of the students that in a primary school, they continue in the secondary school. And in Albania it's not still obligatory the secondary education, and the children that usually finish the primary education, around 100% of them, they go to the secondary education, although it's not obligatory. And in the last years, maybe 60 to 70% of them continue their education to the university, so they have high education too. So maybe we are one of the first municipalities in Albania that we have this trend of studying. We have made some study about the numbers, so you will hear that later. So you can read all this about the study of the local development of the